Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal, I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's two ways you can give me your answers. Number one, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number two, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news, what would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you. So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners just like you make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started. Well, hello, everyone. It's Kimberly. It's episode 84, and I'm so glad that you're listening today because I'm talking about the 4 people who are not going to buy your stuff. They're not going to buy from you. And so I want to talk about those 4 people today. Now, there's probably more people than this, but this is the general idea. So I'm so glad you're listening. If you're new, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here and you have found this podcast because I have no doubt that it will help you along your business journey if you're wanting to start a business and make money doing what you love. A couple of things you need to do real quick if you're new. Number 1, join my Facebook group. I have a private group for women starting businesses. It's called Women Starting Businesses Doing What We Love. Get in the group. It's amazing. There's so many supportive women that will help you answer your questions, all that fun stuff. And I'm in there regularly too. So get in the group. The second thing you need to do, hit subscribe right now. If you're an Apple Podcast, if you're in Spotify, whatever player you're listening to, hit follow, hit subscribe, because then you'll just get a little notification every time I drop a new episode so that you won't miss out on any of these tips and everything that you need to get your business started right. Okay. And I also have some free downloads for you too. So you can check those out below, like a 16-step checklist that helps you as you start your business. So get your hands on that. And if you're stuck in the idea stage, did y'all know I have a guide that can help you? Yes, if you're like, I want to start a business, but I've got all these ideas. I don't know how to match everything up, my skills and my passions. It's called an Ikigai guide. And you need to get your hands on that too. So check everything out below. Y'all always know that there's show notes down below. You can grab everything, get the downloads, whatever you need. I list everything down below. So grab that. And if you've been listening a while, I'm going to give a shout out. You know, I love to do this each week. So I'm giving a shout out to Laurganize, Laurganize, which I'm obsessed with this name because it probably means Laura and you have an organizing business. That's just my guess. And it's called Laurganize. And I love the name. So anyways, it says so helpful. I feel motivated and somehow accountable when I listen. Already ordered the Clifton Strengths book. I love that. Thank you so much, Laurganize. That is amazing. She's referring to an episode where I talked about your strengths and that I recommended the Clifton Strengths book. If you don't know yours, if you've never had to do it in another corporate job or anything like that, it's a really cool tool. So I'll put the episode link down below. That, I believe, is the one that I did with Lindsay Preston, who's a life coach. She helps people kind of before we work together. She helps people before they get to me, helps people get their life together and even talk them through careers. And if they're starting a business, she sends them over to me. But the point is, she recommends the Clifton Strengths book too and talked about it. So really cool. I learned all about it from her. I'd actually done some things in the past, but hadn't updated on it. So anyways, I'll put that episode link below. Thank you so much. And if any of you are listening and you haven't ever reviewed this podcast, it would mean so much to me. And it helps Apple and Spotify and all the players show it to more people like you who are starting businesses doing what you love and you feel lost. And it will show it to people like you. So if you will please either give it a 5-star rating, that takes 1 second, or leave a written review. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. Okay, on to the episode. Well, hello everyone. How are you? How is your business going? You're taking steps, right? You're getting it growing, right? I sure hope so. I'm so excited you're here. I think this episode will make you realize that not everyone is going to buy your products or services. Let's face it. You're not for everyone. You've heard me say this, right? If you've been listening a long time, you've heard me say this several times. You are not for everyone, and you're not supposed to be for everyone, okay? Today, we're going to talk about it. I was laughing because I heard my husband saying this. He was on some Zoom call because, he's been working from home and hasn't been traveling for the last year and a half or whatever it's been. And no, maybe it's been like a year. Has it been a year? Yeah, maybe a year and a few months. Anyways, he hasn't been traveling, and he used to travel a lot for his business. He works in the technology field. And I heard him say on a Zoom call, you don't want anyone calling your baby ugly, right? Do y'all agree with that? No one wants to have their baby thought of as not attractive. Because sometimes when babies come out, they're not really that cute. In fact, my oldest daughter, Lexi, said she was terrified after she saw my littlest child, Ava, be born. She was like mortified at the way she looked when she came out. She was at the hospital and she was like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with her? She's completely messed up and doesn't look right and she's discolored. And I'm like, this is what infants look like. This is my third go round. I know what they look like. She will look normal soon. And sure enough, she's a beautiful child, right? Beautiful to me. Right? And just like your business, you don't want people not liking your business. Do you agree with me? Like you want everyone to love this business and think that it's as amazing as you do. You want everyone to love your products. If you make bags, if you make home accessories, if you make blankets, if you make body products, if you make candles, whatever it is, you want everyone to think they're amazing, right? And if you sell services, maybe you're a career coach, maybe you're a fitness coach, maybe you teach people a skill. Whatever it is, you want people to think you're the best and you're amazing. Am I right? We all want people to love our businesses, and we don't want anyone to call our baby ugly. Am I right? Okay, we don't. So let's just put that out there. But the fact is, not everyone is going to buy from you. Not everyone is going to buy your products. Not everyone's going to love your Etsy store. Not everybody's going to love your services. Let's face it. You're trying to find the right people who appreciate what you offer, who need what you offer. Today, I'm talking about 4 people in general who are not going to buy your stuff, and you need to be okay with that. You need to be like, it's okay. Not everyone thinks this, right? Even your spouse or your boyfriend. Not everyone thinks they're cute or that they would be the best spouse, even though you think your spouse is the best spouse. I think my spouse is the best spouse. I think David is amazing. He's handsome and smart and fun and cute. But you know what? He's not for everybody. Neither is your husband or your spouse. Neither is your business. Okay? So let's go through these 4 people so you can take a deep breath and not be offended when people don't buy. Okay? So let's not be offended. Let's look at the reality of the situation. The first group of people who are not going to buy your stuff are the people who it's not for. Let's just face it. There's a group of people that you are not for, right? Let's say you're a wedding planner. People who are getting a divorce are not going to hire you. People who don't even have a potential mate are not going to hire you. They don't need it. It's not for them. You could make the cutest purses in the whole entire world, but if my husband walks by, he is not going to buy it. He's not going to appreciate it. Although if he needs to buy a gift for a female in his life, then he may take a look. But otherwise, he will never appreciate it. My husband loves to fish, and he looks at fishing poles, and he got in a huge box of like lures the other day. And I'm like looking at these lures going, what is all this pile of junk? And he's like completely offended because these are the most amazing lures that are going to make him, allow him to be the most awesome fisherman ever and catch 20-pound bass, which there is
No 20-pound bass, I don't think, where he fishes here in Texas. He's hoping for the 10-pound bass, right? So it's not for them. I would not be buying fishing lures. I'm just not going to buy them. I can't even cast right. It's just not for me. Okay. So number one, your product is not for a group of people. It is not for certain people. And furthermore, it maybe could be, but they don't like it. They don't like what you offer. They don't like the style, right? If you made some kind of suit for women and I saw it, I didn't even need it. I don't need a suit right now, number one. But if I looked at it and it was like zebra all over it and like cheetah and had a million patterns and it had a big boa around it, like maybe I wouldn't like it. It's not for me. But the person that's selling it should not be offended because it has no bearing on the quality of what they made. That suit could have been amazing quality and made by the best designer, Versace or whatever, right? Some people don't need it. Furthermore, some don't even like it. Get over it. It has nothing to do with how awesome your business is. You are not for them. That's the first group of people. The second group of people who it's not for are people who literally cannot afford it. There are people who are out of money or are spending money on other things that literally cannot afford what you sell. Now, they could go take out a loan. They could get a credit line. They could put it on a credit card, but do they really need to be doing that? No, if it's not life-changing, if it's not something that's going to turn into more dollars, they probably don't need to do it. There are people that cannot afford it. Your job is not to convince people who can't afford your stuff to buy it. Unless you know it could be life-changing for them and it could turn, like if they give you $100, you could turn it into $500. Most people can't do that. So let's just not go into that right now. That is sort of debatable in the sales world. Like, for example, for me, if someone couldn't afford my services, but I knew that I could help them kickstart their business, I would have a hard time letting them go because I would want to talk to them and say, listen, I'm telling you, in just a few hours, we can get your business figured out. And this could turn into thousands of dollars for you pretty quick. That would be hard for me to let go of that person. But we're not going to talk about that scenario right now. What we're talking about is in general, if you sell a $500 item, or like I said, if you're a wedding planner or you're a wedding photographer and you charge $5,000, that is your rate, $5,000. And they literally are on a budget and they've got like $1,500 for their entire wedding, they cannot buy your stuff unless they want to take out a loan or whatever. So there's people that cannot afford it, right? My daughter, my 12-year-old, may want to go buy me a purse and she sees it and it's $500. She cannot afford it because she doesn't have the money. Get over it. Has nothing to do with the quality of your work. Has nothing to do with the value of you as a human being, has nothing to do with the services that you provide. That person could not afford it. So again, number one, some people just don't need you. That's why they're not hiring you. It has nothing to do with your service or your amazingness. Number two, people can't afford you right now. It's all good. They can't afford it. They don't have the money. Has nothing to do with you. It's nothing personal. Number three, it is not the right time for them. It is not the right time. So let's go back to the wedding planner. If you're a wedding planner, wedding photographer, someone meets you and they're like, oh my gosh, she's so talented. He's so talented. Amazing. I want to hire them so bad. Too bad I don't even have a boyfriend or a girlfriend and not getting married anytime soon. But when I do, I will hire that person. I will hire you. So think about that. Some people aren't buying because it's just not the right time right now. Right? If I just bought in a pair of expensive jeans, which I haven't in a long time because of COVID. And now that I think about it, I don't even know if I bought expensive jeans in a long time. I used to think that that was kind of important to have a really expensive, nice pair of jeans. And when I say expensive, I'm talking about like $100 or $150. So I don't even know if that's expensive anymore. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Haven't bought them. Haven't shopped for jeans. You know, it's the way it goes. I'm in athleisure, loungewear. This is COVID times, but hopefully we're coming out of it, right? Okay. For some people, it's just simply not the time. Has nothing to do with how talented you are. It has nothing to do with how gifted you are. It has nothing to do with how awesome
and caring and amazing you are. It is simply not the right time. If I had just purchased a pair of really nice jeans, I'm not going to buy another pair. I'm just not going to do that. It's not the right time. But I'll definitely keep your brand in mind, because when these wear out, hopefully in a couple of years, I'll buy another pair, right? So just think about it. If you just bought a house, you don't need a realtor. You're not buying another house right now. It has nothing to do with what an amazing realtor you are, right? So think about it. Don't be offended. This has nothing to do with you. This has to do with them not being the time. Now, again, in the sales world, which I'm not going to totally go into, some people try to force you to believe that it is the time because, scarcity, pricing, all that. I'm cognizant of that. I don't like to force people into things if it's not the right time for them. A lot of salespeople and coaches out in the world talk about this, that you should tell people they need to seize the day. And if it is for the betterment of their life, then I think it's important that you share how important it is, right? That they buy your product or service. But if it's not, I have a hard time. I don't like being unethical. So I'm not feeling that, If it's not the right time, it's not the right time. Okay? So don't be offended. You're still amazing. Your business is still awesome. What you offer is still number one. Has nothing to do with that. Okay, here is the fourth group of people who are not going to buy from you. And I'm going to make this one clear. This is a big one. You didn't give them a good enough reason to buy. Ouch. Let that one just settle in for a minute. You didn't give them a compelling enough reason to buy. So think about it. If you're a wedding planner, someone meets you and they're like, yeah, I'm getting married. We just got engaged. And you're like, oh yeah, I can plan your wedding. It's $5,000. And you're just ho-hum about it. You're not really that enthusiastic about what you sell. You're not really explaining how much time and energy you can save them and what a relief this will be for them. So they don't have to worry about this part of their wedding. They can worry about other stuff, right? You didn't give them a compelling enough reason, so they didn't buy. This is where your business strategy comes in. And this is what I hope to help you all with in my new Grow Getters group coming up soon. A lot of you in my Facebook group know about it. You're waiting on it. I hope that it will be launching in June. I want to help you with all the ways that you can make people see how awesome your business is so they can decide if it's the right time for them, if they need it, and if you're the perfect one for them, right? Are you giving people a compelling reason to buy your stuff? Are you just setting it out and just walking away and just hoping people will understand how awesome it is by just doing a drive-by or just doing a walk-by? Right? Are you explaining it? Are you showing up somewhere to talk about your knowledge or to show pictures of what you've done or to get people excited? Right? Maybe you run a booth somewhere. Maybe you show your bags or clothing somewhere. Or maybe you're a service provider and you offer a service. Think through right now the ways that you are sharing how awesome your business is, and is it getting through to potential customers and clients? Is that getting through? Are they understanding? Because if they don't know, why are they going to buy? If they don't know what it's going to do for them, if they don't know that it's going to make them happy, or if it's going to make them feel good, or if it's going to save them time, it's going to make their life easier. It's going to make their relationships better. It's going to make the trajectory of their life different. If it's going to help their business, what do you do for them? Do they know this? Do they know what it is? And I'm not saying how awesome you are. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about what you provide. Do they know how awesome your products are? Do they see reviews of what other people have said? Do you also show them? Right? Do you tell them? Do you offer to help them? Are you nice? Are you enthusiastic? Are you excited? Are you giving them hope and possibility? What are you doing to get this across that your products and services will make a difference in their lives in whatever way? So sit on that today and maybe even write it out. How are the ways that I'm showing people how my product or service can make a difference? You may be saying, well, I sell bags. How am I making a difference? You're making a difference because maybe you show up at booths and people are there to shop. They're at events, especially now after COVID. Everyone gets to get out and about and walk by your booth and be excited about an awesome bag that they can carry that reflects their style and personality and is actually functional. And it has pockets and it's amazing. I'm thinking of a client right now, Brittany. Brittany, shout out to you. She's in my Just Start Academy. She makes bags. They're beautiful. They're amazing. She sews. They're awesome. But I can just hear her right now saying, well, what's the big deal? I just sell bags. How do I get, because you put them out, you talk to people when they come by, maybe you show a card of how you made the bag, or you have videos of the care that went into the bag. Maybe you do the behind the scenes of the bags and you have a video going. Maybe you show other people wearing them. You show how durable they are. You have one out. Are you showing people how awesome your products are? If you're a service-based business owner, you're a career coach, you're a fitness coach, you teach people lessons on something, a language, an instrument, whatever you do, you offer a service, a beauty service. Are you making people aware of the difference that it will make in their life, whatever that difference is, whether it be just to make them happy, to save time, to, better their life, to make them look better, make them feel better? What is it? Make sure you're doing this. This is so important because that's why people don't buy. They don't know what your products or services can do for them. Take this to heart today. In the meantime, while you're thinking about all this, make sure again that you get in my Facebook group. I need to tell you really quick too that my Just Start course just launched. Yes, it did. So for those of you, I call y'all selfies. Y'all are the people who want to do stuff yourself and you want to get stuff going. If you're a selfie, check out my course. You can work on it on your own time. It's called Just Start. It's going to help you get your business started effectively. No more worrying about if you're doing the right steps. No more trying to research. No more trying to figure this out and be confused and overwhelmed. You can start the course today. So make sure you check that out. I also have a group program that'll be launching soon. So if you're a groupie, see, I've got my selfies, I've got my groupies. If you're a groupie and you want to be in a group, you prefer that, I'll have a small group for Just Start to help you start your business, but you can actually get a head start by purchasing the course, get going, and then you can upgrade to the group session. Right now, you'll already kind of be well-versed with everything that it takes to start your business. And another thing for all of you groupies out there, I'm starting the Grow Getters group, which I mentioned earlier. It's going to be for those of you that are new business owners. You've launched your business, or maybe you're just about to launch. You've got everything going, and you want to know how to grow this business. And you're just a little frustrated and confused about how you're going to grow it and how you're actually going to make money. I cannot wait. It's going to help you get connected with other new business owners, get coached by me. Can't wait to give you the details live. You'll get coached live, and also get going. Motivation. Come on, let's go. We're going to keep this train moving and grow your business. So make sure you check out the link below to Grow Getters, because that is going to be my members group. And I will have a founding member rate. And after that, the price will probably just slowly keep creeping up. So I want you to get in now if it's something that you're thinking about, because I know it can help you grow your business and start making money regularly. So that's it. Thank y'all so much for being here. Have a wonderful day. And thank you to all of you for being such amazing listeners, fans, and business owners. You are so courageous. I'm in awe of all of you. Okay. Have a great day. Bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.